In today's video, clubs are monitoring the situation surrounding Arsenal left-back Myles Lewis Skelly after he is left out of England's current squad and off the back of his limited playing time so far this season. The current first choice Ricardo Calafiori, reported to have aggravated a minor hip injury whilst on international duty with Italy. Has the injury curse struck Arsenal again? England 2, Serbia 0, as the Arsenal boys Bukayo Saka and Regen both feature on the score sheet last night. Arsenal agree a deal for Maurizio Micheli to join the recruitment team as Alberto continues to use his influence in efforts to turn this Arsenal team into a true European force. Let's delve into it.
Yo, what's going on, Gooners? You're through to Elts at Arsenal Bloodline. Thank you for watching. If you're joining and you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe and give this video a like if you will. But yeah, this is the Arsenal Weekly where I just briefly discuss all things Arsenal. Obviously, non-match related as we're in the midst of yet another international break. But I think it's the third and final one until maybe probably like next year, March or something like that, which is like a bit of a relief because I always struggle with international breaks. But anyway, yeah, just want to get straight into it real quick and talk about Myles Lewis Skelly. If you guys haven't already seen, I'm sure you have, the rumours that started. And remember, this video is just all based off rumours. Just want to make that clear that this is a rumour report, if you like, Arsenal Weekly. And yeah, the first rumour was surrounding Myles Lewis Skelly, that there's like a group of clubs that are sort of circulating, interested in maybe picking up Myles in January. I can only imagine on what would be like a loan deal. When I first sort of saw that story, my first reaction was kind of like, no chance, he's not going anywhere. But then, you know what, upon reflection, I just thought about it for a while and I don't know, is it really out of the realms of possibility that maybe Myles could go on loan? I mean, he's barely played any minutes so far this season. And it's not even because of the reason that I thought it might be, because we signed Hincapié right at the end of the window. And I thought, when we signed him, I was like, okay, we've signed someone, you know, apparently he's meant to be very good. That's good, we're bolstering the squad. But then I immediately thought about Myles and I was like, well, does that affect Myles' playing time? And you know, fast forward to where we are now in November, and Myles' playing time has been limited, but that's not because of Hincapié. Because to be honest with you, Hincapié's minutes have been quite limited as well. It's just more been through the brilliance of Ricardo Calafiori and the form that he's shown. But with the fact that there is a Hincapié that kind of plays directly in Myles' position as well, I don't know, is it beyond the realms of possibility that Myles could go? I mean, it comes off the back of Myles being left out the England squad as well. And it's a World Cup year. And Tuchel's been very vocal about the fact that Myles hasn't played as many minutes as he would like, which is understandable, I guess. So, I guess he could go out on loan. Guys, would it be terrible if he did? For the player, he gets minutes. It takes away a headache that Mikel Arteta would naturally have with so many options in that area. Watch this space. I, for one, hope it doesn't happen because I just don't like to see players of the calibre and talent of Myles going anywhere other than, you know, staying at Arsenal and fighting for their place. So I hope that's what happens. And I still think he'll get quite a lot of minutes. And I think he's got a lot of opportunity to get minutes on the horizon coming up, particularly with the fact, and this is a nice segue into the next report, is that Calafiori's picked up a little bit of an injury whilst away with Italy on international duty with his hip. Supposedly it was an injury that he was carrying for a while. Also, supposedly it's a minor injury, so hopefully it's nothing too much to worry about. But it would be quite interesting that if Calafiori is ruled out of that North London derby, let's say, ironically, then it does give Myles that chance amidst all this talk of, you know, lack of minutes. Or it would give Hincapié a chance. So I guess it would also give us a chance to see what Mikel Arteta does in that situation, I guess. But I guess we'll have to watch this space. I hope Ricardo Calafiori is okay, that is for sure. On to England, winning courtesy of the Arsenal boys last night against Serbia. Two brilliant goals, actually, individually. Regen scores an absolutely magnificent goal, which was largely credited to Phil Foden. Ridiculous. I mean, literally, the media wetting themselves over the most basic run you'll ever see from Phil Foden. Literally ran unchallenged for like 15 yards and then releases a very simple pass, which bobbled, by the way. And then Ødegaard just sumptuous, you know, a word I like using, a sumptuous finish into the top corner to double England's lead. Magnificent finish. And it kind of also just paved the way into maybe where he should be playing for Arsenal, because he was operating mainly on the left for England, and he was doing a lot of nice things. I didn't watch the game. This is all based off highlights, but his goal certainly was fantastic. All credit to Phil Foden. And of course, star boy Bukayo Saka, once again, England's best player. I think he won his 12th man of the match in his career, which is ridiculous. He scored his 14th England goal, and his goal too was a very, very good finish, kind of on the volley. Directed it very, very well. And yeah, he is England's main man outside of Harry Kane. That is for sure. So those that like to continuously compare their top players with our top player, just let it be known that we don't care. We don't care. You keep your top player and we'll keep Starboy Bukayo Saka, because we wouldn't have it any other way. Trust me on that one. And just lastly, the breaking news from a few days ago, so I guess it's not really breaking news anymore, that Andrea Berta has added to his all-conquering recruitment team in the shape of a Maurizio Michelli, who was previously a recruitment head honcho at Napoli, and discovered some big names. And I can't really say too much about him, but this is more to make the point that I'm really happy with how things have panned out in a very short time so far under Andrea Berta. Of course, we knew about, or we heard about Tim Lewis leaving the club not long ago, and Josh Kroenke sort of becoming a little bit more involved in the day-to-day runnings of recruitment. And so there's definitely things happening behind the scenes, and I think it's all good news for us, and it bodes well for the future. So welcome to the Arsenal, Maurizio Michelli. Hopefully his knowledge and experience will just aid us in becoming more and more powerful in the transfer market. So yeah, really happy about that. But yeah, guys, that is it. Let me know your thoughts on Myles Lewis Skelly. Do you think there's a case there that he could end up on loan? Or do you think it's just hot air from the media? Anyway, guys, that is the Arsenal Rumour Report weekly roundup. Thanks for watching. Leave comments in the section below, and do subscribe if you haven't done already. I'm Elts for the Arsenal Bloodline, and I'm out. See you later.